Nilsson, thanks for your participation in my program, my YouTube channel, Politics with Buzarov. Андрея. Actually, I know that you are specialized in any kind of security in Central Asia, in Europe. When you speak about current situation in European Union, I mean, all these geopolitical problems, this new initiative about creation of the army, European army. Sweden is a member of European Union. What I mean, you as the specialist, the expert in this way, how you estimate the current situation about the possible creation of European army, and what is about security in European Union? Is it so serious situation? Is there a real threat from international terrorism or from Russia? I don't know, whatever.
Well, first of all, your point about the creation of a European army, I'm skeptical towards it. I really don't see how, first of all, why it's needed, since NATO is the principal guarantor of European security. And also, when you talk about it, I mean, you have to really realize, for this to happen, how much money would have to be spent to replace what NATO is currently providing in Europe, and to sell this with European populations, to make them accept that. I mean, how much you would have spent on defense? I don't really see it happening. I don't think it's a very likely prospect. I mean, you could have some kind of less ambitious defense structure probably, but it would have to be. I think for European defense and European security, it's really, I don't see it becoming a competitor to NATO in any way.
And the second question concerning actually your speech here, the general topic of this conference, I mean, the peace, the creation of peace, the problem of peace making in all the world. You know that the President Nazarbayev, he told a lot, and he always speaks a lot about the problems of peace. Do you actually feel that there is some kind of possibility of creation two blocks, as it was during the Cold War when there was the Soviet and United States? Now we have NATO, for example, and Russia and its allies. It's possible that such situation will be in the future.
A new Cold War, you mean?
Yeah.
Not on the same terms as the real Cold War, so to say. After all, we are living in a globalized economy where countries, even great powers, are dependent on each other economically, and so on. I think we will see a world that is more and more converging towards two centers of power, so to say. But one of those will not be Russia. It will be the United States and China.
China.
Yes, and for Russia, I mean, Russia is a great power, and it's very important for me coming from Sweden and for Europeans in general to think about what the Russians are doing and how Russia is undermining European security. But in a global perspective, Russia in the long run, I see it I don't see that Russia will be able to. Russia will not be a great power on the same level as the United States and China. For the Russians, I think it will be key to devise some kind of cooperative relationship with China, because otherwise you're probably going to see China delimiting Russian influence or Russian control of these regions more and more.
Concerning the China, concerning Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan succeeded in the sphere of have good relations with China, with Russia, both, and even with the United States, with the European Union. What is the secret of such kind of, I think, quite positive foreign policy of Kazakhstan?
Well, the secret is probably to not to say no and not to say yes to anyone.
It's a good answer. Yeah. So try to be flexible.
To be flexible and to maneuver. Kazakhstan is a member of the Eurasian Economic Union with Russia, but at the same time, Kazakhstan has been careful not to become to tied up with this, and to also enable itself to have, to facilitate the Chinese economic investment and to really promote and assist in China's development of the Belt and Road Initiative, and to try to become an important part of that, and seeing the benefits that can bring to Kazakhstan. And then, of course, you have. At times, periodically, when the United States has been interested and engaged with the region, you have also seen Kazakhstan and other Central Asian countries provide, for example, help provide logistics to Afghanistan and other countries. So I think it's a clever balancing act, basically, that for this region and for Kazakhstan as a country that has enabled it to.
Thanks indeed for your estimation of the current situation, about the role of Kazakhstan, the current situation in general, your vision about the geopolitical battle and all situation. Thank you.
Thank you.